Hello out there in YouTube land. Welcome to another TCFilms studio drone flight with a Mini2. Decided to take her up for a flight the other day and just to see what I could see from above. Right here, I just took off from my back porch, and we are flying. I think that is westward, a little bit west. We're gonna be changing around more towards the east directly, just basically circling the house, seeing how the Mini2 does with reception and stuff in and around through the trees, which I'm really pleased with it, how it's been doing. And right now we're going towards a pond that I used to fish, and if I was in the Mini, if I still was using the Mini, the original Mini, it wouldn't have got this far. But this pond has a nice it did have a nice population of bass and bluegill, little panfish. I caught a nice smallie out of there, smallmouth bass, years ago. There was an older gentleman that I used to live there, really nice guy, and he let me come and fish and just walk out my back door and through the woods a bit, and there I'd be with the right at the pond. But right about in here, I get a it's coming up here in a minute. I get a signal loss warning, a weak signal warning, and then the actual signal does drop out. But I didn't panic. I knew where the drone was, and I knew I could get it back. I was sitting on the back porch. You'll see at the end of the video where I was sitting, and I just stood up and walked out a little ways. I didn't even walk off the porch. I just kind of pointed my remote control up and out a little ways, and it picked the signal back up, but I had already tapped the return to home, and it started coming back. You'll see it here in a minute. I don't know what mode it goes into, but I think it goes into the regular. I'm in cine mode here, the smooth, and I think it goes into the regular because you can just see it just sped up on the way back to the house. And you can control it. You can control yours. You can see me moving the joysticks now. And you can control the direction your kind of flight path on the way back once you hit the return to home. Now we're looking kind of northward. I think I canceled the return to home right about there, and just flying around the yard here, just getting some flight time in. It was warm enough to get out and do some flying. We're having a spat of colder weather now, but which is Monday, April 19th, and they're calling for a pleasant day today, 60s, but it's going to be colder coming in tomorrow on Thursday, Wednesday. They're even talking snow. Here in this little shot here, I was trying to follow that truck a little bit, or that truck pulling whatever that is. It looked like some kind of farm implement. Panning around to get that, and as I said, just getting some experience in. I'm still relatively new at it. At least I think I am. I keep it in the cine mode all the time. It just gives me that smooth. I'm never in a hurry to put it in any other mode. There's a sport mode and then the regular mode where it does go faster. But I think the pan straight down, as I'm doing now, is kind of an interesting little thing to do. And I keep thinking maybe there'll be a deer or something walk by, but I really don't ever see that. I haven't seen anything yet. maybe I'll catch something in the future. We'll just have to, it's kind of you never can tell what you're going to come up on. There may be a bear or something. But I think it's a neat little movement to pan the camera down and up. And I'm also learning, making adjustments in flight with the settings, the exposure. It was a little warm on this one, but I mean a little high. The exposure was a little high, but I dropped it down a little bit. I should just lock the exposure, and I was just reading now where I think you have to tap and hold on the screen as you're flying, and the lock exposure feature will come up. So the next flight I'm going to have to try that. This is going back towards the house here again. This is the wood lot behind my house. That's actually that little blue house you see there. It's my neighbor's now. I'm turning a little bit more westward and northwest, and that's my house you see in the center of the screen there. Things are greening up and budding out. The little red tips of the leaf buds are pretty much out on a lot of the trees. And those two trees you see to the left behind my house, those white blooming, they're pear. Forgot what variety of pear, but they don't produce pears anymore. But man, when they did produce, they were delicious, and the deer loved them too. I've actually gotten several pictures, photographs, and I think I got some video too one time of a deer actually getting up on his hind legs, reaching the pears there. But thank you guys for watching and subscribing to my channel. Here I'm coming back, getting ready to set her back down on the back porch. I decided to go backwards in for a different viewing angle and get some practice flying backwards. But thanks for watching this short video. I'll be putting out another one soon, maybe on how to edit, or maybe I'll edit another flower photo. We'll see what happens. Y'all take care, stay safe, and be well. Have a great summer, and we'll talk to you guys soon.